Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. In 2019, Nasdaq won the IPO race, and joining me to learn more about that, we have Jay Heller. He's the head of capital markets at Nasdaq. He's also our chief IPO execution officer. We're going to learn more about 2019, what's next, and his capital formation outlook for 2020. Jay, congratulations to you and the listings team. 78% win rate in the U.S. market. That's incredible.
I mean, what a year. I mean, what more can you ask for? So 78% win rate. Companies on NASDAQ raised almost $35 billion. What it tells you is that capital formation here in the U.S. is still alive and still very much robust.
All right, and it's not just on the IPO market. 15 switches from New York Stock Exchange and IAX also came to the NASDAQ stock market.
It's true. I think what a lot of people are truly understanding is that the offering from NASDAQ is we understand how to position companies from where they are today and where they're looking to go tomorrow. So these are long-term relationships. So whether it's starting from incubation, from our private market, working with them all the way to being an IPO on the exchange, but ultimately working with them on a corporate services standpoint, and then eventually seeing the light and coming on over to NASDAQ. We've been extremely fortunate, but again, we get in deep, we understand our clients, and we build them for success over the long haul.
All right, and it's not that you're just opening stock for the first time. You're helping them continually tell their marketing communication stories and keeping in contact with them and the investment community to help them really understand the companies that we list.
It's true, and it's not only here in the U.S. We do a lot to really help amplify a company's message, whether it's our international events that we hold in London, inviting the corporate issuers to come and present to the European investment base, to really regionalized, type of dinners, strategic events, or the NASDAQ network. How do we get all the parties together that's mutually beneficial for all? And I think that's something that we've really focused on over the last few years, and it got us to where we are today.
Yeah, it's certainly something that your team excels with. Now, if we break it down even further, the healthcare sector, 96% came to the NASDAQ stock market.
Yeah, I mean, we're very fortunate with healthcare and obviously with biotech in itself. But we also have, from just part of our service offering, the NASDAQ Biotech Index. So think about it as a company that's going public, specifically in the healthcare and the biotech or specialty pharma type of arena. You're getting a passive investor once you become inclusive to the NASDAQ Biotech Index. And again, that's something very unique to NASDAQ and very beneficial to the corporate.
All right, and moving along here, what's next in 2020? How do you feel about capital formation? Because 2019 is a pretty high bar.
I mean, look, 78%, almost $35 billion raised, and we'll probably have a few more trickle in towards the end of the year. Next year, forecast still very much robust, but again, anytime you bring in politics with an election, and you can have a little bit, hate to say uncertainty, it's still just a little bit too early to tell, but we're still very much robust in our forecast for the first half of the year, obviously rolling into Q3. And then ultimately, we'll see how everything plays out post-Labor Day leading into the end of 2020.
All right. Congratulations on a super 2019. We're looking forward to 2020. Thank you, Jay, as always, for joining me at MarketSite. And thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.